Welcome to C Programming Bootcamp. This bootcamp will be presented in a series of 3 sessions over the course of 3 Saturdays. And you can find the syllabus at warrenworks.com/courses. So go to warrenworks.com and click on the courses link. When you first go there, you'll see a camera and portfolios. In the menu, select Courses and select C Programming Bootcamp. This bootcamp will focus on the fundamentals of C programming and step beyond the fundamentals in a few different areas. The first, let's go over the references. The primary reference will be the C programming language by Kernighan and Ritchie, and this is what that looks like. It's a classic book. Let me make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Second edition. It has everything you need. It's concise, easy to read. If you type in the examples and attempt the exercises, you'll know quite a bit about C. So let's move to the syllabus one more time. So other helpful references are listed on the syllabus. I'm not going to go into those here in the introduction. For the first session, we will establish or set up our development environments. So the development environments I'm focusing on will be Mac OS, okay, where we make sure we have a suitable terminal. We've got the GCC compiler installed, and we are using Visual Studio Code. And for Windows 10 and 11, we'll install Git for Bash or Git for Windows, which gives us the Git Bash terminal, MSys, and we will install the GCC compiler for MSys as well. So when we have everything set up, you should be able to run the GCC compiler from the terminal. And if you see this error that says fatal, it means you have it set up. There's videos specifically instructing you how to set up your development environment. But we spend time during the first session of the boot camp just making sure we can actually code in C the proper way. Okay, back to the syllabus. Once we get our development environment set up, we're going to move into our first C program, Hello World, and discuss compiling, linking, and running, and the purpose of the main function. In the second hour, we'll talk about fundamental data types like character or char, short, int, float, double, and how to create variables, how to create symbolic constants, and common operations. Next, we'll talk about functions, declaration, definition, calling, passing arguments, returning values, and if time permits, we'll get into multi-file programs. That's a lot for one day. Any topics that we don't cover during a particular session, which lasts 3 hours long, we'll move into the following session. In the next session, or the second session, we'll focus on pointers, pointer declaration, dereferencing, discuss what a pointer is, understand the differences between stack and heap memory, dynamic memory allocation, and releasing allocated memory. And then in the third hour of the second session, we'll talk about defining your own types with typedef and creating complex data types with the struct or structures. On the third and last session, we'll dive deeper into the C standard library, talk about file I/O, and create complex projects and using the make utility. And then we'll do a course wrap-up. So once we get all through this, you will have a decent fundamental foundation, I should say, of C programming that you can then use to, further your studies. So I look forward to seeing you in the boot camp, and I will post videos as time permits covering each of these topics.